When I was training somebody one time, it was this high school girl, because I used to train like high school teams when I worked for a gym.
Yeah.
And we'd run all these camps and stuff. And we wanted her to develop more leg power because she was, I think she was tennis, so that's a lot of like jumping. So I thought of this really fun exercise where you hook a band up under here, and it had handles, right? And so she was doing kind of like squat presses. I didn't hook the band up under the foot, so it came up and hit me right in the balls, and I literally almost passed out and cried in front of this like 17-year-old high school chick that probably thought I was the stupidest person of all time. Here with my buddy Lou of Outer Dark Media and Riparian. Did I get that right? Outer Dark Media?
Yeah, Outer Dark, Riparian.
Outer Dark, Riparian.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh heavy metal legend. And we are going to get you into lifting weights today, sir, and do a little podcast and hang out. Very excited, man. Thanks for being here. Yeah. You're very brave to enter Frank and John's laboratory and come squat and do some heavy movements with us, but it'll be fun, man.
Yeah.
What I want you to do first is just get you warmed up a little bit so you're ready. It's early in the morning. So we'll just start with like basic like high knees. Just warm up like that.
High knees?
High knees. High knees. Just let your arms do whatever your arms want to do. Squeeze your core. And just walk it up and down. Yeah.
I'm never sure what to do with my hands.
No, with anything. Yeah. If you're not playing guitar, it's like, what am I doing with my life? Yeah.
I do feel myself warming up though.
Let's try these now. Arm circles. You can stop the high knees and just do. That would be really hard to do at both times. There we go. Yeah. So basic. I always like. There's not really a good space to do any like yoga movements here or anything, but for all my programs, whenever I get anybody ready for a workout, warming up is like the most important part. If that's one thing I wish I could go back like 20 years and figure out, is I would warm up so much better than I did. I fucked myself up so bad from not warming up. Take a break there, and then we're gonna do Frankenstein. You know what Frankensteins are?
No, I don't know what a Frankenstein. Okay.
Yeah, like that. Perfect. So you just Frankenstein posture, and that just warms up your lower back and hamstrings and your core before we get into anything crazy. You just want to make sure all the little weird muscles are moved. Right?
Yeah, it's weird because there's a lot of muscles there.
There's a lot of things you're like, what? I haven't done this, and just a few. Take a break there. We good. The trusty old band.
Okay.
That's what I recommend everyone to get if you're like at home workout, anything. A fucking set of resistance bands are $20 and they'll save you a lot of trouble.
Okay.
You could do basically anything with a resistance band. What I like to do, this is great for posture and good to warm up your shoulders before we bench press or anything, is straight arms, and then just squeeze your back and open up your back and pull apart, right? So that's literally all you do. Try that out.
That's right.
And you'll see. You'll see. Yeah. Good. Just keep your chin up and then really open. Yeah, so the idea is to stretch through your chest and squeeze your back. Because, right, I mean, even playing guitar or anything, we're always like this. I
got my beard caught in there.
Yeah. You get your beard caught. We're always looking at phones and computers and whatever we're doing, so we're always hunched over. So the more you do to pull back and stretch your chest is always a good move.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That feels great.
Always a good move. And this will all just get your body in a good position and put you in a good place to do things with weights instead of just coming in cold.
Oh, yeah, that feels awesome.
Word.
I wish I would do this whenever, warm up for work itself.
Yeah, you should, and that's what I was going to say. This warm up, you should really, everybody should. You should just do this in the morning, every day. Just get yourself moving, and you feel so much different. And it only takes 5 to 10 minutes, really.
I already feel more powerful.
You should. Yes. You look powerful. Let's try these. Real basic. This probably watch the ceiling, just up and down, just like a toe touch, and just hold. Just do 5 slow toe touches like that. You don't need the band. The basic toe touch works. And we'll be doing deadlifts, so this will stretch your lower back before we do all that, so you don't have to worry about hurting your back like we talked about earlier. Especially if you're in a cold garage like we are, because we're hardcore.
I feel like this is the most comfortable temperature there right now.
Good, man.
Especially whenever you're working out or something.
Yeah. We're gonna build some heat.
Yeah.
That's good there, bro. Proud of you. Almost done with the warm up. How you feeling?
Feeling really good, actually.
Good, dude. Yeah. Good. So we're gonna hold on to this with one just for balance. I want you to do a hip circle. So bring a knee up, like you're stepping over a big box or something. Bring it down and around like that. All right. Real slow. Go through that full range of motion. Yeah, you'll feel your hip, right? and just work through those sticking points, you know?
Yeah.
You'll feel like it's like, ooh, and just stay there and breathe and just push yourself through it. You know, don't go too fast. Meditative yoga shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
No, it's so good. It's so good. That's the main thing people have problems with is range of motion in their hips. So like little things like this every day make a huge difference.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
man. Yeah. You can switch legs when you're ready.
Yeah.
You can just switch sides. And notice the sweatpants make you stronger, sexier. Your hips are more mobile. Look at that.
I'm feeling.
Look at that.
These are my favorite sweatpants.
That's right. That's right. Ooh, I'm the only one not wearing them. How pathetic. You shouldn't wear your own band stuff all the time.
I was gonna say, like, is that like a thing that bands aren't supposed to do or something? Because like I do it.
I do it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just like, it's like my logo. It's like Batman. Like people should just know.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Somebody
about
else needs to see it.
Yeah.
So it's like, why not?
Word.
Represent.
it. Word. Fist bump. Let's go rock and roll over here. And we're gonna start with some squats, dude.
Yes.
Yeah. Everything else feel okay? Anywhere else feel like tight you want to address? Do you have any like problems like on a daily basis that you're like, I'm not sure about type thing?
Not usually.
Okay.
But I noticed that like I get a little bit of pain in my knee every once in a while.
Knee itch.
I think that might just because I'm getting old.
We're getting old?
Yeah.
All right, cool, man. All right, let's start. I'm going to bring a bar right here, so just step back a little bit.
Sure.
And so I don't give you a black eye before we actually do anything, although as cool as that would be for video, you're my boy and I don't want that for you.
It makes it look tough though.
And this new Riparian fucking rules to work out to.
Oh, thanks, man. Very excited to be releasing that soon. So.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Do you have a date in mind or like a tentative, like, you know?
Not really.
No. Whenever it's done, it's done?
Yeah, I mean, we're just kind of waiting on like album art and stuff like that right now. But,
Okay.
Other than that, it's pretty much ready to go. It's mixed mastered.
Did you mix it, master it?
No. Our buddy Nate Campese from Mr. Smalls actually did
really?
the mixing process and recorded us. And then we had Jamie King, who does like a lot of like this big band, like Between the Buried and Me stuff.
Oh,
like,
wow, dude, that's
yeah,
perfect.
Yeah, he did like the mastering and stuff.
I'm psyched for that, bro.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Before we start anything with the bar, without me telling you anything, show me a squat.
Show you a squat?
A squat without the bar, like hands,
Okay.
like, you know, like that.
I would say like, I don't know, if I'm like going to pick up a box or something,
Yeah.
I got to keep my back straight
Cool.
and just like,
Boom.
like that.
All right.
So,
First thing I notice, which is not necessarily bad, but when we're going to work with weight, we don't want to do it, is your knees come over your toes and your heels lift
Okay.
up, right? That's good in yoga. It's good for your full range of motion. But when we have like an extra 90 pounds or whatever on our back, you want to keep your... So if you're looking at me, the first thing that happens is we initiate butt back, right? So the first thing that happens, butt back.
butt back.
Check that out.
Okay.
And then you bend the knees, staying on your heels. Only go to the point that you feel like you can go until your heels want to lift up. That's pretty low. That's good.
Is that low?
That's good. That's pretty low. That's about parallel. That's where you want to go. And then push through your heels, stand up, squeeze your glutes.
So through the heels. So
Through the heels. I want you to
push.
stay on your heels.
Okay.
And a good cue for that, this has never fallen down until today, so I think it must be the power of your beard. Like the moon the moon controls the tide, the beard controls the DCL banners. Let's do just a few more warm-ups, like
Sure.
nice and slow, like that.
So,
Yeah, let me get you from the side.
so like my legs should be like shoulder width apart?
Shoulder width
Yeah.
apart, your weight's on your heels, your core is engaged, always, right? Boom. Staying on the heels, hips come below parallel, and then you stand up, push through your heels, squeeze your glutes. Yeah, that's the squat.
Yeah, that feels good.
Yeah. That way that alleviates all pressure on the knee, and when you're back on your heels, that's just a stronger position.
Yeah, that feels good.
Nice, man.
I like that.
Nice, cool. Very good. So now we're going to try this with the bar on your back, my
Sweet.
friend. Have you ever done a barbell back squat before?
I think I tried to fake it one time, like in the gym.
Yeah.
But as I said, I don't really know technique all that well.
Okay,
so.
but you've at least attempted it
I've
before.
attempted it, yeah.
Cool. I'll show you first.
Sure.
But actually, just so you can see, so basically as a general rule of thumb, everybody's different, everybody's like aligned differently, but where these rings start, I generally like to start with my pinky there, right? So that way your arms are a little bit wider than shoulder width, You want to get under it, squeeze your back, and just where it naturally falls on your back, pick it up from there. As long as it's not too high up on your neck or too low, you know, you kind of want to squeeze your traps.
Yeah, I can see where it's like sitting.
Where it like sits in that spot on your rear delts.
Yeah.
Right? So that's where you want to be. And then basically from there, it's the same form that we went over with a body weight squat, but you're just gonna grasp this, stick your chest out, chin up, and then sink down on your heels till you're parallel. And stand back up.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
You got that, bro.
Yeah, we can do that. Lines right there.
Yeah, that looks about good. I mean, and that's not like written in stone. That's just a general rule of thumb.
Cool.
So we can adjust.
Is there any like gripping motion that I should do, like pushing my palms with the bar or anything like that, or
just wrap your thumb around? Yeah, gotcha. Just focus on. This is gonna feel so much different here than it will on your back.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Right. Squeeze your back. Good. That's perfect. Chest is out. Good. We'll stand up. Walk. Take a step or two back. Good. Right on. It's gonna take. It should feel awkward at first.
It does feel awkward.
It should. If it felt amazing, I would be worried. I'm just gonna let you go without overcorrecting it too much on the first set. That's good, man. Good job pushing through the heels and pushing your knees out. That's really good. I like that. Squeeze your glutes at the top. Let's try one more.
Just trying to make sure that my knees don't go over my toes.
No, that's okay, man. Do you feel any pressure in your knee?
No, not at all, actually.
Good. Then don't worry. If they go over your toes a little bit, that's not the biggest issue in the world. You're good. Let's rack that, man.
Cool.
Sweet. So you didn't feel anything? Nothing in your knees? Nothing in your back?
I didn't really feel anything like pressure on anything, joints or anything like that. So
I would say maybe just try next time. Try to bring the bar a little lower on your back. We'll try that. It's hard for shoulder mobility if you haven't done these. It feels a little weird. It might be sitting a little high because you're a bigger person.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's pushing you forward a little bit. So if you get it down, you can get it tighter, and just squeeze your core more. I notice your back just kind of coming forward, like arcing forward a little bit, and if you tighten your core up, like there'll be you kind of want your spine to be a little bit more straight when you come down. So think about, that's the hardest part of the squat, is keeping your core engaged.
Yeah.
Especially when you're here at the bottom. Focus on pulling your belly in.
Gotcha.
And I think that'll be perfect.
Perfect.
After that. All right, man, let's give it a whirl.
Sweet.
Give it a whirl again.
All right.
Same weight. Next set, I think we're gonna add a little bit of weight, but there we go. Let's go. Let me get your hair. I know the struggle, dude. I used to have long hair. Let's go. That's what we do. Full service here.
I might have to man bun it soon.
Yeah, you could. That's all right. Good. All right, it's a little bit lower. That's good. Chin up, belly tight all the way down. Breathe and push up. That's good, bro. So you want to breathe in on your way down. Engage your core, then push and breathe out on the way up. Yeah. When you breathe in, your belly fills with air. That's where you can brace. That's where the power comes from. Push up through your heels. Breathe out. Nice, dude. I like it, man.
This is feeling great.
I like it, man. You're strong, man. You can build up strength quick if you keep consistent. I can tell just by your.
That's the one thing I wanted to work on, was technique and stuff before anything.
That's it. Once you have that down, the weight will pile on quick, man. It's like playing guitar, right? If you can't play fucking AC/DC, you can't play Riparian, right?
Absolutely. AC/DC is amazing.
Yeah, there we go.
I keep getting into arguments with people about how good AC/DC is, even though they sound so simple.
But that's like.
But like, there's something about it that like, love it.
I agree with you. The basic like 3-chord thing, but to do that well and just own it, you know, and make it your thing. They're the masters. Especially the Bon Scott, like the first like 3 albums or whatever. That's the shit to me. Highway to Hell, that whole album.
Dude,
that's like the best heavy metal party album ever written.
It's timeless.
Yeah.
If that comes on at like the bar or something like that, you're gonna drink an extra beer.
Yeah. There would be Black Eyes probably.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. All right, man. Cool. Same thing. Just like we didn't even add any more weight. Same thing. There you go. Boom. We'll go for 6.
6?
6.
Cool.
6. The number of the beast. Good, man. You're moving smooth with this. Everything's locked in tight.
I feel like the more weight on it right now actually
helps a little bit.
Yeah, it does. It helps with stabilization.
It's true, man. It's weird. It's like kind of harder to do a body weight squat with everything tight than with like 75 pounds on your back.
I could see why people start with the bar first now.
Oh, yeah, man. Power's in your core. Explode up. I love it, man. Let's go for one more. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's good. Walking in, man.
Is that 6?
Yep.
Okay, I lost count.
How do we feel about it? You look strong, man. We'll take a minute or two to rest, and we'll do that again. We're just going to add 10 total, 5 on each side, so this is 75 pounds total, so that's pretty good.
Cool.
Pretty good squat for not squatting in
years
or ever. The idea is to progress slowly and safely so you don't overshock your body.
Yeah.
You know. What made you want to play guitar? Do you remember, like, first bands or like that influenced you? Is that where you started guitar?
So I think what really wanted me to play guitar was listening to Deep Purple.
Okay,
more than
that's
anything.
very similar to AC/DC.
Yeah, because I mean, just like every Pittsburgh boy, their dad probably grew up listening to DVE.
Yeah.
And I remember like Highway Star coming on, and I was just like, that is so sick.
It really is.
It's one of the coolest songs ever, with like guitar harmonies and
really
soloing and stuff. It's got everything. So
Deep Purple's dope as fuck, man.
Oh, dude, I love them.
Yeah, especially the early shit.
Yeah.
But like really, like they have a really impressive catalog if you look at it too. Like they have so many fucking albums.
I mean, everybody's first guitar riff is Smoke on the Water.
Smoke on the Water.
Yeah. So
was that your first guitar riff too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that and Black Sabbath. Like,
Iron Man.
Iron Man, definitely.
For sure.
So it was that's where you start. That's your foundation whenever you first start playing guitar. So
how old were you when you first started listening to like that kind of music?
I think I was like,
you started early.
No, noticing it. I was probably around like 9, 10 or something like that.
Yeah, dude, that's way early for that. Yeah, that's
and then
awesome.
I just decided this is the cool music that I like.
Yeah,
and it definitely resonates with me.
Yeah, same.
And then like I kept getting into like heavier and heavier stuff as like things went on. I remember watching the Ace Ventura whenever I was a kid, which by the way, that was a really bad move, Mom.
Cannibal Corpse, right?
Yeah, Cannibal Corpse was playing. That was their track release of Hammer Smash Face, funny enough, was through that movie.
Yeah.
And I remember discovering that sound, and I was like, this can't be real, but it's really awesome.
It is so. I felt the same.
Yeah, and I forgot about it for a while, rediscovered it later on in life, and I was just like, oh, that was that band that played in that Jim Carrey movie.
So many people know Cannibal Corpse because of that.
Yeah.
It's really awesome for them.
But yeah, my high school was fortunate enough to have like a guitar teaching class and everything, so I learned like basic chords and stuff from there. And Mom, thank you. She was actually the one that like bought me my first guitar because she saw me taking like a huge interest in it and whatnot.
Right.
So we went right out to pianos and stuff in Blawnox and picked up a little Stratocaster.
That's cool, dude. Yeah. And the rest is history. It's all her fault for buying either guitar.
Pretty much,
Why we have.
So, and like I'm still taking lessons till this day and everything, just trying to get better because it's something that you can always improve on too.
Sure, man.
So
let's improve on the squat. I won't keep you talking for too long.
We'll
go back. We'll go back to guitar.
All right.
So same thing. We didn't add any weight at all. Let me get your hair, sir. There we go.
Thank you.
I know the struggle. Makes me miss my one.
So it doesn't feel that different right now.
Exactly.
But like
it's mental, bro.
I'm sure it will whenever I get to that 6 squat again.
Probably.
Are we doing 6 again?
Yes, we are.
Okay, 6.
Yes, we are. At the very least, we think we're doing 6. That way we don't start off limiting ourselves, right? If we have to do 6, but it ends up being 5, that's cool. But don't say you're going to do 4 because you could have 2 more in you. Good job on breathing. Good job on pushing through your heels. My man. Oh yeah, Lou. This is 5. One more, dude. Big squat. Come on up. Oh yeah. Walking in, bro. Heck yes, my guy.
That felt great.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
I love it. Let's give it a quad stretch just like that. You can hold on to the bar for balance. Yeah, can we handle that? You got that? Oh, yeah. Just do that on each leg a few times. We'll move on to bench press after this. I think this would be good for the first time. Do a couple light sets and then a couple heavy sets.
Yeah, I think
Work
so.
up to it. Yeah. And that way we'll keep you moving. We'll get a whole body workout in an efficient manner.
Yeah.
The squat is one of the hardest ones to get down, man.
Sick.
There's so much going on.
Yeah, there's a lot to think about whenever you're doing it.
Yeah.
Shoulder width part. And I guess it becomes like a natural motion and stuff after a while, right?
After a while, but especially on these, so the squat, the deadlift, and the bench press is what we're doing today, are the three main lifts are called compound lifts, which means multiple muscles work. Basically, in these three movements, every muscle in your body works, right?
Nice.
And isolation movement would be like a bicep curl, or if you're on a machine in a gym doing a fly, that's one muscle works.
Okay.
Like it isolates your muscles. That's fine, but to get like the most bang for your buck, you want to do the compound lifts, right? Especially if you're a beginner and you want to build up just a general strength, everything like that. So that's why we do these. But the flip side of that is they're really hard, complicated, and it's a lot to think about. So that's why technique is everything. That's why we're hammering that in, man.
Yeah, I like it.
Tell your mom. Let's move this bar down, and we're going to pull a bench up, and we're going to work on the good old muscle builder, everyone's favorite bench press.
Sweet.
Bro. Right? Speaking of Pittsburgh dads that listen to DVE, if any of them worked out, I'm sure all they did was bench press and bicep curl. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I usually get whenever I hear somebody working out. That's all that they talk about is like how much they bench press or something like that.
It's the beach muscles,
yeah.
Right? It's the chest and the arms, and then forget everything else, which I understand the philosophy behind, but that's not what we want to do.
No.
That's not, there's no longevity in that. But, let's see. You say you're taking a guitar lesson after this, right?
Yeah, actually, I started taking lessons again with a really disgusting guitar player here in Pittsburgh. He has a really cool band that you should listen to. They're called Dofka.
Okay.
It's Jim Dofka. He teaches out of JK Music in Washington.
Okay.
And he's a phenomenal player that will make you better and make you have fun playing guitar while you're learning too.
That's super cool, man.
Yeah.
I always love to see everyone at a, you could argue that you don't need to take lessons at this point, but like you're refining your craft and you still have a passion for it. I like that, man,
yeah.
And like in fitness and stuff, like I always am looking to get a new certification or to take new lessons and, just refine your craft. So I like that, man. I like that. This might be a little high, but I'll help you. Your arms are longer than mine. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. Yeah, and I'll just guide you through it, man. So first, we'll just take a seat here, just like this.
Cool.
Okay. The first thing on bench press is the setup, right? So think about, again, your heels are going to be in contact with the ground the whole time. So while you're sitting here, push your heels into the ground and brace your core. That's the power pose, right? So you'll feel your glutes engaged, your core's engaged, and your feet are in the ground. So most of your power is going to come from pushing from the ground. It's not all in your arms.
So this is just basically another leg exercise.
It basically is. Yeah, and that's what people don't understand about the bench press is it's not just brute chest and arm strength. It's your whole body. It's your legs. It's your glutes, core.
Sweet.
All right. So from there, just lay back down. Lay back down. All right. Good. So you already have this natural arc in your back. We want that.
Okay.
That's good. Yeah. And you want to squeeze your shoulder blades together. So we're pinching our shoulder blades back. And then from there, straighten up your arms. And yeah, that's about perfect, man. There's no slightly outside of shoulder width is great. Squeezing your shoulder blades back opens up your chest.
Yeah.
And you're pushing through your heels. And you have a great setup for bench already, bro.
Cool.
So I'll help you take this off. Let's just wrap your, same grip that we use for squats. So you just wrap your thumbs around. Good. Right? And then just from here, all you do is bend your elbows and bring it right down to about where your nipples are. Right. And then push up. Squeeze your chest, push through your heels, breathe in on the way down. I'll let you do a few reps at your own pace. And then push up, breathe up. Nice, man. Press on up. How are we feeling?
Pretty good.
It's a little awkward.
Yeah, it is a little awkward.
It should be.
It's like
same with squat.
Balancing the bar and stuff. I find is like the weirdest part because it's like you don't want it to wobble.
And that's what we'll talk about.
One side or the other.
Once you're done. No, that's perfect. Perfect, man. Do you have? You can sit up from here, man. You're good.
Sure.
Do you have trouble gripping the bar with your left hand?
I don't know, actually, do I?
No, just asking if it feels, because just the one thing I noticed, especially when we add weight on, I just want to make sure your grip is stable, is like, it didn't seem like these two fingers were like coming over the bar all the way.
Oh, okay.
You know? It might just be like how you were rolling with it.
I think it was because like this might have been like a little high.
Could have been.
But like.
Let's do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me make this lower. You're good. You don't got to move. Again, so you just want to make sure your grip is good, your wrists are locked out, because when you're bench pressing, it's not like you're squatting, like your wrists and your arms are your safety net, right? That's what we want to push from. So when we're under the bar, like this, right? Make sure you're here, right? You want a straight wrist, then then come over, right? So this is where our power's from. If we have the bar here, if we have the bar there, that's going to do less for us if we can push up through this part.
So
right?
It's more of that, balancing it on your wrist.
On that,
gotcha.
And then you want to seal that with a firm grip. You know, if you're not connected, that's just going to throw you off. So firm grip.
Cool.
Everything else is perfect.
Cool.
Let's try that again.
Yeah.
It's usually
sit down the right way again.
Sit down the right way. It's basically another leg exercise. A very astute observation on your end, my friend. And we squeeze our back together. Grab. Yeah. And you can come in. Yeah. You can come in.
I was gonna say. I was looking at the lines here again. I was like, is that standard for everything?
No. You can come in. You can definitely come in. Yeah. Let's push that.
Yeah,
up.
I like that better. That's way more comfortable.
Sweet. Like so I said,
there's that in the way.
That's cool. That's cool. Let's bring it straight on down. And if that gets in the way, you just need to scooch down a little bit more, but I think you're okay. Yeah. I think you'll be okay. Don't worry so much about that. Good, man. And everybody's aligned differently, so everybody's grip width is going to be different. And if this is what works better for you, this is what we're doing.
Sick.
Yeah. Closer grip will get more of your triceps. That's okay. There's a lot more nuance to the bench press than there looks to be. It's very complicated and awkward too. So don't feel like you're doing anything wrong.
I think I'm planting my feet better now.
Yeah.
So this is like way better.
It's so easy to lose sight of that. Nice, man.
Cool.
Take a break. Take a break. That set felt a lot better.
It did.
I could tell that felt a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, man. And like you should feel it everywhere. The hardest part will be your stabilizer muscles, right? It's those little muscles that they don't get trained every day because you don't have a heavy barbell above you, right? So it's like you kind of feel like you have to fight to balance it. The more you do it like that will go away. You know, it's just it's a mental, your mind muscle connection is off because you just haven't done this forever. It'd be like me picking up a guitar and trying to play Riparian, dude. I'd be like, okay, let's go back to Thin Lizzy, please.
Hey man, I believe in you. You can do it.
Like, good high school times.
Yeah.
I like the bass though. I always did. I respected guitar, and I do love guitar, but for me, I was just always drawn to bass for whatever reason. I kind of like the low end.
Do you have a favorite bass player?
Dude, you know who got me that actually wanted to play bass?
Who's that?
Alex Webster, Cannibal Corpse.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah.
So Cannibal Corpse has got a lot of...
Cannibal Corpse?
Yeah.
Because I always, my background with rock music was... I grew up on horror movies made before music, right? Mm-hmm. So I loved shock rock, like Kiss, Alice Cooper, Rob Zombie, Marilyn Manson. I loved that, the whole theater of rock music. So that, to me, growing up, I loved that stuff. And then eventually, that kind of turned into Slayer and Megadeth.
Oh yeah.
And I kind of just had the urge for more.
Those big four bands.
Yeah. And then that became Cannibal Corpse and Death, and all the
just sinking down the iceberg.
Once you start there, it's just and now extreme metal is my favorite form of music, right? But that's where it all started for me. But when I heard Hammer Smash Face, I was like, what is that? When he had the bass solo, I was like, that's the first time in music that, to my knowledge, that I heard bass
isolated
and like brought forth, and I was like, that's fucking really cool. So
That's cool.
I looked into it, and I always thought he was just cool. He's smart, you know. His approach to songwriting was interesting, and Cannibal Corpse was the perfect death metal band for me because of the horror movie influence.
Oh, absolutely.
Right, and like the lyrics and the imagery and like everything. I loved Cannibal Corpse for like such a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And from there, then I really grew to appreciate like AC/DC and like Thin Lizzy and like Lemmy from Motorhead, like the bass playing dude.
Yeah, I think whenever I discovered Motorhead, it was game over for me.
Really?
Like definitely, yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. It's good. It's big.
I think I went to like Media Play whenever it was like still in like Ross Park Mall.
Yeah.
That's I guess it's like H&M now or something like that.
Probably.
I used to go there all the time and just get like whatever CD I could that
Fuck
had
yeah.
like the gnarliest looking cover and stuff on it.
It's fucking awesome, dude.
I think one of the first bands that I discovered that really got me deep into like the death metal kind of style of music was In Flames. Their Jester Race album.
Yeah.
Has like that gnarly HM2 like style grinding guitar sound and whatnot.
The Swedish chainsaw vibe, yes.
And I fell in love with that album, and I still listen to it almost like, you know, once a month or something.
It's important. That's an important album, you know.
Yeah.
They're one of those bands that like that changed everything for a lot of people, you know, that like brought that style to like us that we wouldn't know of, right?
For sure.
That's
cool. It's just I think there was a couple other CDs that I got in Media Play. I remember asking like some guy, because there was a parental advisory sticker on one of those CDs, and I was just like, hey man, I got like $20. Could you buy this for me and give it to me outside?
Yeah, that's so cool.
It was like kids like buying beer and stuff.
I was just gonna say like buying beer at a show. Yeah.
But like this dude like he looked at the CD, he was just like, hell yeah, man, I got you. Cool. I didn't know if he was like another metalhead or whatever, but like
I want to be that guy.
Yeah,
you know, that's
same.
what I aspire to be in life. Is like that guy.
Just like showing people cool music and stuff, and like I mean that's one of the reasons why I just started to do like promoting and everything. Because one of my favorite things to do is just like be in the company of good people and just show them cool music and show them a good time and stuff. So
that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
How long ago did you start? It's Outer Dark Media, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I started it maybe like a year and a half ago or something like that.
Okay.
And it just started taking off because I just wanted to throw like cool shows for people.
That's awesome.
There wasn't really. There's a lot of people doing it now in Pittsburgh, which I'm really thankful for. I think the more promoters that we have, the more venues that we have and stuff, the better the scene is and whatnot, and more people can get out there and discover more cool music and stuff. Especially with like the local scene that we have, because we have a bunch of really awesome local bands.
Yeah, the Pittsburgh scene's great. I think it's better now than basically ever, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think so.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, I'm noticing like a lot of like kids like coming into like, you know, Black Forge and like, you know,
man, I love that.
Checking out like these crazy bands and stuff, like some of the variety shows that they have and whatnot. And it's awesome to see because like, you know that you were in that kid's position at one point in time.
Sure.
Listening to that music and like discovering something cool that could be mind-blowing for them. So
that is awesome, man. Let's do another bench press and we'll talk more about all that because I do want to know.
Let's do it.
I'll help you lift it off here, my bud. Cool. Right, only 5 more pounds on the bar. Well, 10 total. Good. Feels like, that felt good. Good. Push. Good, man. We do 2 more. I got you. I got you on the spot, man. Hell yeah. 1 more, bro. Straight gains from Lucifer down here. My man. How'd that feel?
Felt awesome.
Felt good.
Yeah.
We're adding after that, but we're gonna let you rest to regain strength.
I can see why people getting really involved with this now.
Yeah, it's totally addicting, man. It's totally addicting.
It's cool that you guys have this like set up down here. Because it's just
blessing,
like just hanging out, lifting with your bros.
That's what we want, man. That's the vibe we want. Until this banner's gonna kill me. It's literally never come down before today. Until I can afford a real gym location, this is the best we got. But I do want to open Yeah, a Death Comes Lifting gym.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man.
Dude, that'd be so cool.
It's in the plans. It's in the plans. John, who you just met, he's going to help me with it. He's smart. He's brains behind operations.
That sounds awesome. Do you think it'd be sweet to like throw like a show in a gym?
Oh yeah.
Like and just have people work out with like circle pits and stuff?
I would always want that. I would or just like I want a band to just play instead of having like music over a speaker. So people even if people just go about their business working out, but like have this like live energy of a metal band would be huge.
Dude, that's so cool.
Yeah, that'd be huge.
I want a membership right now.
We're doing that. We'll build it, dude. Remember. It'll happen. The Death Comes Lifting gym just can't be a small deal, so we have to wait till we have enough resources to do that, you know. Is your Gorod show the next show you're doing?
Yeah, that is the next show I'm doing. So it's actually going to be an entire festival. So we got like a couple other bands from out of state to like come through with like this show.
Yeah.
The tour package was originally just, Gorod, Cognitive, Flub, and Summoning the Lynch.
Summoning the Lynch was awesome.
Yeah, they're really sick. Yeah. So I'm excited to have all these bands and stuff on this lineup.
So cool, dude.
But we also got Desiderium as well.
Okay.
They're really nasty, like melodic death metal, kind of atmospheric, kind of like black metal kind of thing. Yeah. There's like so many like subgenres you could tie on to like their style of music, but it all works so well and it's composed beautifully. So.
Oh, dude, I'm psyched for that. I'm psyched to be there, man. Thank you for letting me be there.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, Death Comes Lifting will be at that show on
vending
March 18th.
Let them know.
2023.
23. Yes. Black Forge Coffee.
Yes.
And then stay after for yoga. We'll have it. Yeah.
And we got a bunch of awesome local bands playing that show too.
Oh, so it's an all-day affair.
Yeah, it's going to be an all-day affair. We might add a couple more bands to the lineup. Definitely looking for more vendors and everything for it and stuff. So
that's beautiful.
We want everybody who loves metal to be there.
Yeah, man, that'll be perft.
Yeah.
And Black Forge is just the coolest. So like that's the coolest place to have a show like that. They're awesome, man.
One of my favorite places to be.
Yeah.
All friends, coffee, and metal. What more can you ask for?
What was the first show you booked with the Outer Dark?
So the first show I booked was a local metal show. Okay. It was Whorehound, Greywalker, Riparian, and Oozcost.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Nice, really cool variety show, I thought.
Yeah,
because like it kind of touched like on all of the big genres that people like in metal, with like doom, death, and melodic and black metal and stuff too at the same time.
That's cool, man.
But that was a super fun show at Smalls. It was during Millville days, which was like the worst part about it, because there was a ton of people that wanted to come to that show, but then like parking was like so screwed up and stuff with that whole situation.
It's hard to park there as it is.
It is definitely, but like whenever you also add like the
entire town,
the entire town and people coming in from it, it's chaos down there. But we had a really good turnout. It was fun. I had a blast doing it. All the bands like enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So
it was a success. Your first show.
It was a success, and I just like felt like, I got to keep doing this.
Okay.
This is fun, and
where'd you go from there?
After that, I started getting like a couple of bands from like out of town, like asking to play shows and whatnot. And
so they reached out to you.
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
There was this band called Bather that came through. Out of Columbus, Ohio. Really, really cool dudes. Super sick music. They're really nasty. But like I started just booking shows. I booked a show at Black Forge with them. Couple grind bands, a couple other bands and stuff like that. I can't remember who exactly was on that lineup at that point.
It's hard to remember all
that. No, because
we're not trying to put you on the spot.
You put on like 20 shows a year or something like that. It's hard.
Yeah, especially with how band names are.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. It was like a big party. That's all that I try to think of shows as. It's a huge party that you're throwing and everybody's invited. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
But all the responsibility falls on you.
Yeah, it does. But at the end of the day, whenever like you see people like come up to you and they're just like, "Hey, man, that was a really cool show. Thanks for having us and stuff." Like that's the only thing that I really need to get out of that.
That's awesome, dude.
And
love to hear it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard work, man. Most people don't realize all goes into promoting a show and getting bands and everything.
There's a lot of communication and stuff, and sometimes I'm not the best at it, but like, you know, New Year's resolutions come through, and it's like, hey, I got to be on top of this, and this, and you know, I guess lifting and stuff is going to be a part of that now because I got to be aware of my own health and whatnot.
Yeah. Communicate with your own body too. That's another thing. You know, you can't expect to be that good of communicating with somebody else if you can't like understand what your own body's telling you.
Yeah.
You know, I learned that through yoga and weightlifting and things like that too. You develop this kind of like weird, deep relationship with your body. And that's super metal.
That's super metal.
It really is super metal.
Yeah.
It's super stoner metal. It's super doom metal.
Super.
That's what we want to.
Super metal.
It's awesome.
We're lifting metal.
We are. Yeah. We are. Let's do our last set of bench press, Lou.
Cool.
How do you feel? We added 5 more pounds.
Cool.
So we'll shoot for 3 reps. 3 good reps.
3 good
reps.
If you
feel like you can do more, then we'll do more. But I'm here for you.
We'll try it.
All right. Yeah. Go at your own pace. Strong setup. Take a breath off. Good. We'll lower slow. I got you for stabilization. Good. Good, man. Good. I'm just staying with the bar, but I'm not touching it. It's a Jedi mind trick. You're good, man. This is perfect. Explode up and breathe. Sweet. Let's do one more, man. You got that.
Let's go for all 6.
Let's go for all 6. That's what we want. That's the ultimate Jedi mind trick. Heck yeah. 5. Last one, dude. Stay tight. Boom. Lose a beast, ladies and gentlemen.
I think all the years of just doing manual labor
that's
is
what
probably
it is.
what it is.
That's what it is, and that's him too. I mean, he does like might not be the strongest traditionally on like a bar, but he's a fucking monkey and can like, you know, he can pull a car out of a ditch or something like that. You know, it's kind of like, that's the thing, man.
Yeah.
It's like if you're used to that kind of work and that kind of it's like country strong, right?
Yeah.
In a way, you know.
Getting fed nothing but corn.
It's true.
And
yeah. Just functional strength is lugging sacks of grain over your head. It's true, man.
I think one of my first jobs that I had as a kid was this old Irish drunken bastard named Dave was right down the street from me. He's an awesome dude. He taught me so much in life.
That's awesome. We need that. I wish I had more of those.
Yeah, seriously. I was about like 12 years old, and he was just like, "Hey, kid, you want to make some money?" I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
So I started like cutting lawns and stuff with him like every day, like after school, and he paid me really well. That's actually how I like bought all of like my guitar gear whenever I was a kid.
Oh man.
Was like just working with him throughout like the week, and then like saving up and like.
What kind of work did he have you do? Just like around the house stuff, or
like, we would cut
stuff?
grass and like weed whack and like just basically like running around like taking care of people's lawns and stuff.
Oh, so it's like okay.
Yeah, he had his own little business.
That's
was cool.
Awesome, dude. Yeah. Where did you grow up?
I grew up right in Spring Hill.
Okay,
on the north side of Pittsburgh.
Got you, man.
Lots of hills to walk up and down and bike up and down on like the street and stuff whenever you're a kid.
That's rad.
It's a nice little neighborhood for sure.
It's rad, dude.
But yeah, I did that as a kid. That was like the manual labor and the start of it. And then like I think later on in life I started delivering water, like with like a local water company and stuff, and there's like big 5-gallon jugs and stuff.
You do have that farmer strength.
Yeah, like you just keep walking up and down stairs and just lifting bottles and stuff over here. Like, you do like 300 of those a day. I mean,
yeah, you will get stronger.
Yeah.
Like that's so much harder to do than this in some way. You know. Speaking of which, let me show you the deadlift, which is like seemingly the easiest, but also the most complicated at the same time. Really. It's just everybody's aligned so differently, so we'll have to check you out to see what form works for you. But so it's basically deadlift is traditionally it starts on the ground and you just pick it up, right? That's a A to B type movement, right? We're gonna warm up with just the bar, so we're gonna start holding the bar like this. Then just like we're doing a squat, the hips come back first. You bring it down to about your knees, and then you start to bend your knees till we end up in this kind of position, like we're squatting down, chest is out. Come up through your heels, stand back up.
Yeah.
almost like a reverse squat situation, right?
It seems like the bar was kind of like sliding along your knees
down your knees, yeah. So you want to keep it tight along your legs. Hips come back. Bend the knees. Just about here. So really, there should be 2 like 45s on the bar. So you only have to go down to about here. Without those, this is too low, right? So you just want to come down to just below your knees.
Yeah. I see that your heels are still flat on the ground.
Heels definitely flat on the ground. A common cue I use for on deadlifts with people is to ensure their heels are on the ground. Literally, you can lift your toes up or put like a plate here to stand on that, so you're pushed back.
Whoa, no way.
Yeah. So you really, it's just as important in the squat. You want to stay on your heels, come up and squeeze your back.
Okay.
Just try that.
Cool.
Butt back. And then like you're doing a toe touch with your legs straight.
Okay.
Boom, and then you start to bend the knee now. Boom.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Figured it out. All the way up. Good.
Cool.
Good. It's weird,
So,
I know.
yeah, so it's down.
So it's, yeah.
Bend the knee as soon as the bar gets to it.
Right? Good. And you're doing a good job keeping your back straight. A common mistake on the deadlift is, you just round your back to pick up the bar, but you want to keep the back straight. And it's all in your hips.
And then do it there.
Yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Good. Yeah. So that's why there's the whole knee bend situation. To ensure that you don't just use your back. Right? That's how you hurt your back on a deadlift, if you don't use your legs. Push through your heels. Good. All right.
I could see why that's complicated. It's a weird format.
It's super complicated. And it's once we put weight on and we can pick up the bar from the ground, it'll be easier. It's weird to do it in reverse like this, right?
Yeah, because you're right. This is the reverse order.
This is the reverse order, so it's weird. But still good to learn this way. And it's okay if you have it out a little bit.
Like so you can let it kind of dangle. Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to bring it totally. I think you're a little bit bigger, so that's making it a little awkward for you. That's perfect. Good. Boom. Let's rack it, bro. Cool. That's good. It's good. Good awkward warm-up for deadlifts, bro. Yeah. That's good.
It was weird, but...
It is weird. It is weird. It's basically why we have you learn like this, and like kind of the reverse order is to not like develop a bad habit of like deadlifting like this, right?
Yeah.
Because that's how, you have 100 pounds on the bar, and that's how you hurt your back if you don't use the right mechanics.
I don't need any more bad habits.
We don't need any more bad habits. We're pretty warmed up. You're pretty strong. I feel like you could totally handle a 95-pound deadlift.
Let's do 95 pounds.
And what I'm going to do, I'm going to move the floor up. That's what we do. We don't do push-ups. We push the world down, as Chuck Norris says. So I'm going to put these bumper plates on. All right, so that's perfect. So without even picking up the weight, right, just kind of rehearse how you do that.
Okay.
Right? So we start there. Yeah. Okay. And then we come back up. Step in a little closer. A little bit closer. Feet in a little closer too. Boom.
Cool.
All right, start there and just go down to the point where you grab the bar but don't pick it up with you. Good. All right, so from here, you're leaning a little forward, so try to just lean back on your heels a little bit more. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's the heel thing.
It's the heel thing, gotcha. And that will in turn puff your chest out. So I always say like chest out, back on your heels, gorilla style.
Gotcha.
Right, and then you push up through your heels, bring the bar with you.
Go full monkey. Yeah.
Go full monkey. All right.
So we ready to lift this thing?
We're ready. I'm ready if you're ready.
I'm so ready.
The thunder gods are ready. Sound effects. Nice. Nice, bro. And the same thing applies for all lifts. The core's tight. Weight's on the heels. So the power comes from your glutes.
Yeah, I could feel it in my bum.
Yeah, that's where it's the strongest muscle in your body.
I thought it was the heart.
That too.
Oh. It would be the butt.
For you, it might be because you have such a good heart, but for most people, it's the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's strong for everybody. The bum is what makes everybody strong.
It is true. Yes. Boom. Nice, dude. Let's take a break after this one. Loosen her up. Nice.
Yeah.
Woo! Let's do some of those Frankenstein kicks in between just to stay limber. Yeah, yeah, that's what you want. It's all low. So if you can imagine if you don't deadlift the right way, how your lower back can take over. Right?
Yeah.
And that's how people hurt themselves. But if you do it with that proper technique, it'll make your back stronger.
For sure.
So that's
I feel like I can apply that at work too.
Yeah, absolutely. All of this you can apply at work. Yeah. How was it working out to Riparian for you? How was that?
It was cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
I mean,
did you ever do that before?
No.
To your own music?
I never really listened to my own band in that context.
Right.
Usually I'm listening to it just to look for mistakes and stuff that are in the recording or whatever. And it's I could have improved on that, or that could have been better.
It's hard not to listen with a critical ear, I guess, to your own shit, right?
No, actually it's kind of nice because now I can kind of enjoy it instead of listening to it and being critical.
Good. Well, I love it, man.
Yeah.
It's really good. The new stuff I'm excited for.
Thank
it sounds different.
I'm super stoked for it too.
Good,
so I mean, we're still writing and everything, working on a third release and stuff now.
Good.
And yeah, it should be fun whenever we decide to get it all together and package it up for everybody.
Can't wait, man. Can't wait. And you'll be stronger shredding on stage now.
I think so too.
It'll be good.
Yeah, I'll look better.
It'll be good. Yeah, that's what we want.
First rule of playing is look good.
Look good. Yeah. Pick whatever instrument you look the best with.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Let's see what you got on these deadlifts,
all
dog.
Right.
We ready? Yeah, you're ready. We're gonna do 2 more sets. Let's step in a little bit closer. So you almost want the half a step closer. Good. Perfect.
Right there. Cool.
Perfect.
Gotcha.
Basically want half of your foot, the bars dividing your foot basically.
Okay.
Basically in half.
Cool.
That's what we want.
No, that's a good tip to know.
Yeah.
I always like to visualize what is happening.
Yes.
Down there with.
Got to make connections. Mm-hmm. Yep. Right. Good job. Good sit back. See, the more you do it, the more natural it becomes. That's a hell of a deadlift right there.
Hell yeah. It felt good.
That looked good, man. Just keeping everything engaged. Bending your knees a little too soon on the come down. It's okay to let it hang and initiate with your back
I
first.
forgot I can let it hang.
Yeah, let it hang. Good. Good. Just good. Stay back on your heels. Good. And just do what you can, bro. The weird little muscles that you're now not working are going to give out before the big muscles do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a strength thing, it's a technique thing as we're learning. Right. Sit after this one. Let it roll. Cool. Nice job, Lou.
Hell yeah.
Good. Take a break. I'll show you something real quick.
Cool.
Real quick. Let's you can see me from the side here, right? So what I want you to do more of on the way down is bring it here first, then just start to bend the knee slowly so it's just kind of right in front of you so you don't get all awkward and you're fighting it, because I feel like you lean forward a little too much and bend your knees too soon.
Yeah.
And that's making you get kind of awkward like that. Ooh. It's okay to just let it hang a little bit first and then bend your knee. Right, it makes for a much smoother motion. It's nuanced. Just think about it.
I'm looking more at that snap that you do.
On the way up?
Yeah, on the way up.
Yeah, so I push up through my heels and it's glutes and then your back, right? So your back comes up and then your glutes squeeze and then I squeeze my back.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Nice.
So it's you're pushing your hips up. Hips back, hips forward.
Sweet.
Right? It's all here. It's all on that ass.
On the bum.
Get it. Last big set, brother. Good, you're coming down smoother on that. There we go. Nice. Much better. Good. Shooting our hips forward. Nice, man. Don't forget to breathe. Good.
Yeah. Good. I was I'm not breathing, aren't I?
It's everything else is right, but my breath. There's always something. Big breaths. Make you stronger. Hell yeah, buddy. I love it, man. You're good. Stop whenever you need to. I'm not putting a limit on you.
Yeah, no, this feels good.
Yeah, man. I love the deadlift. Once you have it down, and like you said, it's a lot to think about. All these are a lot to think about. So the more you do it, the more natural it'll become.
Is this why you named your company?
Death Comes Lift?
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons why. Do you know the main... Have you ever...
No, actually, I don't know the reason.
You don't know the main reason?
Yeah.
It's very, very simple. Well, first of all, when I started sketching out the idea, I wanted to name it Deadlift. Just Deadlift.
Yeah.
And that was already taken. Or... It was too like I guess it was too like obscure of a thing. I think it's used in a lot of different contexts.
I feel like that'd be a really good name for a hardcore band.
It would be a really good name for a hardcore band. So, my favorite Misfit song is "Death Comes Ripping."
Okay. Yeah. Hell yeah.
So I said, okay, I like "Death Comes Lifting," and that's kind of like could be anything.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like it's like one thing. Like deadlift, I feel like that kind of just tells you what it is, and Death Comes Lifting is more mysterious. So I went with
sure.
I like that. Yeah.
One of my favorite questions to ask with other bands is, where'd you get your name from?
Yeah.
Like
it's huge.
It's a cool thing to ask, and like it's also a little icebreaker, I guess.
Yeah, totally. So, where did Riparian come from?
So funny enough, Brooks, our bass player.
Yeah.
He teaches middle school science, and he had a student ask him, hey, what's this word mean? And he's like, oh, I don't know, but let's look it up. So they looked it up, and it was, the riparian is a thing that, it's like an ecosystem that like kind of goes on like the banks of a river. And I thought that was like kind of a cool name.
That is kind of sick.
We also wanted like our name to be like Pittsburgh related too.
Oh, that's cool.
So
I didn't
we have like the
ever.
3 rivers and stuff like involved with like the city and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like trying to figure something out with like rivers or whatever, and then like Brooks approached that like at band practice one day. I was just like, oh yeah, that's really cool. Let's do that.
That is pretty sick, dude.
So
it's more scientific than I thought it would be.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
So
it kind of sounds made up. Like that sounds like a cool made up word.
No,
like,
it's funny.
That's awesome.
I have a friend of mine that works she prints signs and stuff for like a company, like somewhere out in Blawnox or wherever. I can't remember the name of the town, but she prints up like signs for like Riparians, funny enough, like her national parks and everything. Like, this is a riparian zone.
Oh, no way.
And like she'll take pictures of it and send it to me and be like, hey, check it out.
That's so rad, dude.
Yeah. So come to a show and get into the riparian zone.
Let's do it. Check these out. These things are nifty. They're called power blocks.
Yeah.
It's basically like a dumbbell, but you set them on. They have a rack, and wherever you put the pin, they go up to 50 pounds.
Whoa.
These are 15 right now.
15?
These are 15 pounds each right now. So here's what we're going to do with them. We're going to finish out with some arms.
Hell yeah.
Alternating hammer curl. So the difference between a hammer curl, you hold it like this, like palms facing each other, like you're holding a hammer.
Yeah.
And a regular bicep curl, your palms will be up.
Yeah.
Right? So the reason why I want you to do a hammer curl is because it strengthens more of your forearms and your wrists. And that's what we want more for the bench press and the deadlift and the squat. We want to strengthen this part of the forearm too, not just our bicep.
Nice.
But it also gets your bicep, so it's a little more bang for your buck.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's try a hammer curl. We're good.
So hammer.
So let's do one at a time. Yeah. Let it roll. And you still want to stand, like push through your heels, like good posture. Yeah, that's it. I like that. I like how you retreated the shoulder blades. That's what we want. And then up. Yeah. Straight up. Boom.
I like these things.
Yeah,
it makes me feel like I have like
you're like
robotic arms.
I was gonna say you're like a robot. Yeah. RoboCop.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll dig it.
Nice, man. Keep it up. I'm gonna do by my count. That's 5. Could be wrong, but we're gonna try 8 on each arm. So that's 6. Let's try 1 more each arm. 2 more each arm. My bad. Good, bro. See the tattoos morphing. That's what we want.
Getting tighter.
Making a bigger canvas.
Cool. My wife will like that.
Yeah, there we go.
Not that like she likes muscles or anything. She's a tattoo artist. So, she actually just opened a new shop.
Where?
Up in Garfield.
Oh, cool. Dude.
It's called the Kindred Spirit Tattoo Company.
The Kindred Spirit Tattoo Company.
Yeah. So
we have to go check that out.
Yeah, please go check out my wife's new tattoo shop. It's pretty sick. So
we need new. Yeah,
come on over.
We will do. We will do. Throw that down, bro. We're going to superset that. Superset's an ancient technique.
Ancient.
Right, which means 2 exercises back to back with no rest. So we're going to superset our biceps and triceps because that's what us meatheads do to look good.
Hell yeah.
Superset the bis and tris, old method. So this would be, traditionally if you go to a gym, might be on a cable pulley and you can like hook up a band or a rope and you'll do a push down.
Yeah.
But since we're working with what we're working with here, we're going to take we'll start you with a 30-pound band. And you just want to hold it like this. Bring the elbows down, locking the elbows into the sides, and from there, you push it straight down, you flex your tricep, right?
Yeah.
Just like that.
Cool.
Up and down. So the only thing that's moving is your elbow joint. First, back, then down.
Sick.
The floor is yours, my friend.
So.
There we go. Boom. So you bring the elbows down, tighten into your sides, and from there, straight down, pull it apart. Yeah, right there, son.
Yeah.
Check it out. Bam. What? Lucifer growing tries.
This is kind of fun.
It's awesome, bro.
Kind of like this, the texture of this band.
Yeah.
It's like,
it's rad.
Yeah.
The bands are great. They're a very versatile tool. You could use them for just about anything.
Has anybody like ever, I'm sure that they have, but have you ever like broken one like on yourself?
No, surprisingly.
Really?
But yeah, they're usually pretty good. You can kind of always, they'll like disintegrate and tear a little bit before they break.
Yeah.
So once you see that happening,
you can kind of see.
You kind of don't want to use that one. Yeah, but they don't really, unless you do something super extreme. Good, man. You just do it. Once it starts burning, stop. That's what I say.
Oh,
that's
okay.
what I say on the bands.
I've just been kind of going.
Good. Or make it burn for a little bit and then stop. I never did, but I'll share a funny story while we have camera on these to make myself look dumb. But what I did was, let's come over here because we're going to come back over here anyway. When I was training somebody one time, and it was this high school girl because I used to train like high school teams when I worked for a gym.
Yeah.
And we'd run all these camps and stuff. And she wanted to develop more. We wanted her to develop more leg power because she was I think she was tennis, so that's a lot of like jumping. So I thought of this really fun exercise where you hook a band up under here, and it had handles, right? And so she was doing kind of like squat presses, like with these things, and that like the band here, but I didn't hook the band up under the foot, so it came up and hit me right in the balls, and I literally almost fucking passed out and cried in front of this like 17-year-old high school chick that probably thought I was the stupidest person of all time. So I've never broke a band on myself, but that has happened.
I think it's funny whenever you're trying to teach somebody something new.
Yeah.
And then like you fuck up it.
Yeah, I totally fuck it up. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Let's hit those biceps. We're gonna do those 2 more times, back and forth.
Oh,
so
back
the
and forth
superset is bi try, bi try, bi try.
I like that.
That's what we keep doing, and we'll keep pumping it.
You got to keep that under like a time limit or something like that.
The superset.
Yeah.
So you want to do right back to back. So this to that with no rest, and then rest 30 seconds to a minute after the second exercise. That's traditionally how a superset is done.
Nice. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Hell yeah.
Right there.
Can we like, here, grab this real quick.
We'll do this?
Can we do like a fist bump with this?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Ready? Hell yeah.
That was cool.
That was heavy metal. That was literally heavy metal.
Thanks for having me,
finish
dude.
your set. Thanks for being here. Anytime. Would love to hang out and train, man.
Anything you want to promote?
Kindred Spirit Tattoo Company.
Yeah, Kindred Spirit Tattoo Company. That's my wife's new tattoo shop. Outer Dark Media. We've got a lot of cool shows happening in 2023. Riparian will be releasing a new album pretty soon. We're also writing some more stuff. Come to a show. Come see some new material. Come hang out with us. Come lift with us. Come drink with us. Do all the cool things. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun year, 2023.
Exactly what he said.
I love it.